What's up, YouTube? It's Meathead JP back at it again with another video. So this is one of my souvenir shirts. Man, it's too tight. I thought
show them those muscles. Show them.
I was like, yo, I'm gonna get an extra small so I could look swole. But this is a size medium. It fits like a small. Freaking Disney, bro. I got scammed. Gave me cheap quality products. But anyways, so today we're gonna be going over my overview of the Uncanny X-Force Omnibus by Rick Remender. So this is not a reprint, unfortunately. This is just something I read and I was like, oh, I'm gonna try it out. And I would have to say this is my favorite Marvel title now of all time right now. I haven't read a lot of Marvel titles. That's the caveat, but this is the one that's my favorite.
Even better than Thor, the Jason Aaron run?
Yeah, because Thor, there's not really violence and gore and stuff like that. This one it hits you like a freaking train, bro.
Okay.
Like, oh, this one was crazy. So this is here's the front. Here is the spine. Here's the back. You can always win a $25 gift card. All you have to do is be a subscriber, leave a comment down below, and check out Whatnot Sales every single Wednesday, 5 p.m. Central. All right, so those are the commercials. We're done. Here's the back. I know this. I believe this omnibus was on Omar's like top 20 most wanted reprints of 2022. So hopefully there will be a reprint announcement for this one. And I just like Rick Remender. He does a really great job with all the stuff that he makes, like Deadly Class, Low, Uncanny X-Force, Death for Glory.
Descender?
Descender? No, that's not.
No,
that's Jeff Lemire.
Jeff Lemire.
Yeah, so he does a lot of great titles. All the ones that I read hasn't really been a miss yet. And then we also have Uncanny Avengers that I'll be reading up next to follow along with Wolverine. All right, so let's go take a good look. I'll give you guys show you guys the artwork and stuff like that, and a basic overview for those of you guys who have not read it. So spoiler warning, if you guys don't want to know what this is about, you can mute the sound and just go over go over the pictures, or you can have me have the sound on and I'll be talking about this. So up to you guys. So for just reading Marvel books, it takes me a long ass time to really get into the flow, only because I don't really like reading Marvel. That's just how it is. Only because I haven't really found ones really Marvel that interests me, especially with X-Men. So I'm more of an X-Men fan. Like Day told me, me and him, we're more of an X-Force fan rather than like X-Men fans. Because with the X-Force, especially with Uncanny X-Force, this one, it's very violent. You have a lot of action scenes, a lot of killing. Like, I swear, like, the Fantomex and the Wolverine, they died like 6 times in this, so, because they can. Yeah, so I believe there's I think there's 3 or 4 arcs in here. I don't remember, but the first one is they went back in time. X-Force, has Deadpool, has Fantomex, has Psylocke, has Wolverine, and Archangel. They went back in time to kill Apocalypse. I forgot his actual human name or whatever name it is, but yeah, so that was their mission, to save millions and billions of people. From the end of time, from the age of Apocalypse. So that's what happened in the first arc, and then after that, since there is no more Apocalypse, the what's it called? It got moved on to Archangel. He was one of the horsemen of Apocalypse.
That's right.
So now Archangel started turning evil. So there's this little guy right here. I believe they're about to kill him. Yeah, but where is it at? Right here. They go, bah! He got pew pew pew. See, poor guy. He got wrecked. It was Fantomex that killed him too. He was the only one that could pull the trigger. But yeah, so after Apocalypse died as a child, Archangel, he had to take up the mantle of becoming Apocalypse. So then there was I think the angel name, his name was Warren or something like that.
Yeah.
He everybody loved him. Betsy, who is Psylocke, had a relationship with him and stuff like that. Nobody wanted. They were trying to find a cure and all that stuff, but it didn't work out, so they had to kill him. I forgot who it was. I think it was Psylocke that had to kill him. She had to stab him with a blade or whatever into him. And then, all X-Men characters are just characters in the X-Men universe in general. They never died. So, they killed him, but he came back to life, of course, without any memories. Of course. So that's just how they reboot the characters. Like, yeah, we're not gonna kill any characters.
In Marvel, you either resurrect or you have amnesia and you forget who you are. Like that's their go-to.
Yeah, and that's exactly why I don't like to read Marvel, because you don't really have that dramatic effect with characters.
The
really.
finality, like there's nobody who stays dead.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, oh, this person died, but they're probably gonna be back soon. Yeah. So yeah, you still have like I believe this is after House of M and stuff like that, where Scarlet Witch basically said Control Alt Delete to to all the mutants. Yeah, so they went to another dimension, and apparently in this other dimension, Wolverine and Jean, they were married and stuff like that. So they found her again, they just fell in love, stuff like that. Yeah, so they basically doing all this, and then Wolverine in this dimension was evil. Look at that, this guy, he got a cannon. I think this is like the Apocalypse suit, right?
That's the Age of Apocalypse, yeah, Wolverine.
Okay, cool. See, this is awesome. So yes, so there's that. They went back in time to, you know, try to stop Archangel in this arc. I don't know how long this one lasts for. Freaking slippers. Sound like a little tooth. And then you had the, what's it called? The Legion? Black Legion? Something like that?
The Blob? No.
Yeah, I forgot like the team.
Oh, the something, yeah, mutants.
Yeah, you had the Blob, this guy, and you have Drake, Iceman, who turned evil too. You have Nightwing, what's his name?
Nightcrawler?
Nightcrawler, not Nightwing, Nightcrawler, and all that stuff too. So
Brotherhood of Mutants.
Yeah,
Those guys?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who did this guy blow up? He blew up his son? Yeah, so Archangel finally had to die. Poor baby. Yeah, so that was a pretty good arc, but then after that one is when I started picking up. Then I started actually reading it for real, because like, I'm bored. But like, which arc was this one? Oh yeah, so this was the arc where I believe Fantomex, what's it called? Captain Miss Marvel? Okay. Well, Fantomex basically made a clone of Age of Apocalypse, the boy that he killed. Because he was like, what if I were to raise him to be a good guy instead? Could I have not killed him?
Right.
Stuff like that. So, and then, of course, what happened now is that Captain Britain, they're in another universe. I don't know anything about Captain Britain and the Britain family. I didn't know that Psylocke was Captain Britain's sister, and now she's like Miss Britain. I have no idea this arc. So you guys could tell me about this one. I have no clue. So now she turned to Miss Britain, and she basically, Fantomex was on trial, and then they had to, what's it called? They're gonna delete him out of existence. They drugged him up, and now he's getting he's slowly diminishing. He's disappearing. I have no idea. I want to know more about this guy, but this guy is like the skin. They call him skin or something. All his skin was gone, so now he just moves, kills everybody with his muscles.
Ooh.
He could grow, muscles get elongated and stuff like that, and it squishes them. But this guy was freaking crazy in the story, bro. He is twisted, and I was like, man, I like it. I see I could pass some scenes, but yeah, that guy's crazy. He's a good villain. He was a great villain. What was I talking about again?
Fantomex and the trial for him.
Yeah, so they basically deleted him out of existence, or was trying to, but then Psylocke saved them. She went against her family and killed her own brother to save Fantomex. And then she had to because only a wizard could save him. He had to take Psylocke's sorrow and emotions, so she can't feel any emotions anymore. Just can't feel any sorrow, which was pretty interesting. So that was a pretty interesting arc. That was a pretty intense arc right there. And then I believe, where are we gonna get to the last arc? Here's this one. There's this one. What's this one say?
Final Execution?
Yeah, so Final Execution was I think it's the last arc in the Uncanny X-Force. And this one was about basically Fantomex sent the kid, Age of Apocalypse kid, I forgot his name again, but him to learn at Professor Xavier's school, learn from Logan, stuff like that, and just be a student, an X-Men student. And then he got kidnapped by the bad guys, which are called the Brotherhood of Evil, something like that. Sabretooth was Sabretooth, the Blob, Logan's son, people, Mystique. They were basically brainwashing him to know, or just telling him the truth, I guess. It's not really brainwashing, saying that, he's a clone, his parents are not real, stuff like that, and just trying to get him to turn evil. I forgot where this scene was. Yeah, so they basically kidnapped him and took him to a gas station, right? And they're like, Sabretooth is going to go inside and basically kill everybody unless you kill him. And so what happened was, the guy, the little boy, he tried to, stop Sabretooth, but he didn't want to kill Sabretooth. So then, he just, Sabretooth was like, you had to do more than that, and just punched a hole through a woman. And, just started killing everybody in there because, they're trying to turn him into a killer, but he didn't want to kill anybody. So he just let them all die. Poor guy. Now he just had to see them all dead. So that was intense. And then this was another one. They took him to his fake house. So, his implanted memories. Since Fantomex implanted a bunch of memories into him, they took him back to where he thought was home for his parents. And basically, he saw that they killed his parents. Which is right here, right?
Yeah.
But it was basically all an illusion. They weren't real. They just wanted to get him to, go berserk and go crazy. And they started telling him the truth. Yeah. It's like, hey, your parents aren't real. And I can't kill your parents because they were never real.
Oh.
I was like, oh, snap. So I was like, when is he going to turn? And I like how they show this right here. It's like, Wolverine's trying to stop everybody. Wolverine's like holding somebody's body right here.
Yeah.
And then you have him being the agent, the doomsday person.
Yeah.
Bringing death to everybody. And that was, where did I say, 3 hours from now? 3 hours earlier?
Yeah.
3 hours
from now.
Yeah, and then now. So that was really cool. I like that. That basically hooked you, get you reading, because I read all of this through to the very end, and I don't really do that. Usually I read 2 issues and I go pass out. Then you have Mystique over here. You have Logan's son. I think his name is Daken, right?
Yeah, Daken.
Daken, yeah, you have Daken.
Is it his actual son, or is it like a clone of him? I don't know.
No, in this one, it was his son, Wolverine was never there because he never knew.
No, Daddy, where were you, Daddy?
Yeah, stuff like that.
Because I'm like, isn't also that girl, the X-23, she's his clone, right?
Yeah, I never got to really read X-23. Yeah. So yeah, they were basically, X-Force went to go infiltrate the Brotherhood of Evil, try to save the kid, but now the kid's like, I don't trust you guys anymore. Started killing, started trying to attack Wade because he doesn't trust anyone. And saved him. Oh yeah. So that was it. I guess that was quick. I wanted to skip one scene or go back to one scene because that really hit home. Man, there was a lot of moments in this one. It was really, really good.
You're right. There's a lot of death and gore in this.
Yeah, there was. That's right. So look, no, it's not this one. Damn.
Is it when he's fighting his son?
Oh, here it is. So, no, it's not that. I'm almost there. I'm finding it. It was a crazy scene. I was like, dude, this is insane. Look, this is Fantomex. He is basically Uncle Cluster, right? He's Uncle Cluster to the guy because that's how he raised him in memories. And basically, the skin guy, he killed him early. He took out his heart, right? He killed Fantomex, took his heart out, and basically destroyed him. Anyways, he was like, look at this scene. It says Evan. He brought him the body. It's like stuff like that. It's like because he gave him a hug and he was just bloody. And he goes like, just kidding. He's still dead.
That's messed up, bro.
I was like, this was a crazy ass scene, bro. I was like, man, I feel bad for that guy. Yeah, that one's like, yeah, I really like the story now.
Oh my god.
Of how dark and twisted it was. And then, yeah, so that one was extra brutal. And then there was this one where basically, they were talking. Where's it at? It's just one more scene with Logan and his son that I want to like brush up on real quick. But for you guys who haven't read it, you know, you still have a lot to read. There's still a lot of crazy parts in here. Oh, here we go. Okay, so he was fighting his son, all this stuff, and like he's literally going to drown him or going to kill him, right? Something like that. And then as he's killing his son or putting him inside like the water to drown him, he gets these flashbacks of what would have happened if he was there to actually raise his son instead.
Oh.
And he was just thinking, you know, about like, you know, a childhood with them, stuff like that. But then you flash, you know, to the actual moment and like he drowned him. And I was like, oh, then he's just holding his kid, and Sabretooth is like, ha ha ha, this is what I wanted for, I manipulated your son this whole time, that way you had to kill him, stuff like that. And then the guy got mad at Sabretooth, but he still didn't kill him. He's like, no, I'm not going to become that person. And then, yeah, so you have more flashbacks of that. And then there was the one part when they're in the ship, and they were talking. She was just talking about, I don't know if it's in this scene, but somewhere, because back in, I brushed over an arc, but basically there was another time when Psylocke, they had to go to another dimension, and they found like older Wolverine, older Psylocke, everybody's older, and the older Wolverine gave him advice, the present day one, saying you have to kill your son or else he's gonna kill. It was right here. You have to kill your son or else he's gonna kill all the students. So he had to, you know, live with that dilemma. Yeah. Because the one from the future never killed the son, and that's what happened. So I was like, oh, that was tough. Yeah. So those were the crazy stuff in here that really stuck out. Then you have, you know, Fantomex, of course, he's got brought to life too. You know, because nobody ever dies. He had 3 brains, so you know the brains were, you know, still active, so they could clone his bodies, and all, like instead of all 3 brains being in one body, they all separate into 3 different bodies this time. And then you know you have them finally being like falling in love together, Psylocke and Fantomex, because they had this whole love triangle the entire from start to finish. Because he was like Fantomex was like, I love you, but you're with Warren, and then Psylocke was like, I love Warren, Archangel, but he never was as good to me as you were. So, you know, stuff like that.
Oh, that's a real Wolverine Cyclops gene.
Yeah, and it's funny because in the future Wolverine and the future Psylocke were married and stuff like that too. So I was like, okay, interesting. But yeah, so there was that. That's the end. It was a great read. And then you also have this, a little bit of extras back there, but I'll skip that way you guys can read it together. You have all these right here, all these extras back here. So I really hope it does get reprinted because I like the X-Force characters in outfits way more than the original X-Men characters and outfits. Because to me, it's just more fun to read all that violence and gore. Because when you read the regular X-Men, they're not supposed to kill. So you don't really see a lot of violence and crazy stuff like how the skin guy just threw Fantomex's body to Evan. That was his name. The boy, his name was Evan.
There you go.
Yeah, so that was intense. It was a good read. I would highly recommend this one. This is my favorite Marvel comic so far. I will be reading more Marvel eventually. I go very slow, but I hope you guys enjoyed this overview, and I'll see you guys in the next video.